we can just sort of jump into it. Hello, hello. Hi, grade 10s.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm from ELC, and I am the co-campus of Europe. And Jelena is supposed to be here, but I don't know where she is.
Hi, so I'm Lindsay, and I'm here on behalf of the Health Action Team.
Hi everyone, I'm Aiton, and I'm also here on behalf of the Health Action Team.
So, I mean, you guys all have your notes, and we gave out some topics this time that dealt more with your learning. Was anybody at the first town hall in October? Okay, and so that was a little bit different, right? That was basically about the school and the grounds and the facilities, and this one's getting into your learning a little bit more. You should know that this is Mr. D. Prospero, and he's from Bishop Morocco Merton. So I suppose he's heard about what we do as far as town hall and student voice and all things, and decided to come on by and visit. So he's going to be here taking notes and just learning from you guys, really, what you value, right? So, I mean, I don't know how you guys want to facilitate this. The one thing that we do, we want to make sure we talk into the mic so that the live feed can hear us. Because otherwise, you can see it, but it would be like a silent movie, which is no use for anybody. So we can just start off right away. Okay. We will have to finish it off around 2:20, 2:25. I do have a meeting at the board at 3 o'clock, so we just want to make sure we get everybody's voice. Okay. Okay. So there was basically 4 questions in those quadrants, and they all really dealt with sort of your learning experience. So the first one, I believe, was it the first one about your a favorite assignment or? Okay, right. So the classroom experience, and what was the some positive classroom experiences that you have? Remember, just as far as ground rules, if we want to talk in generalities, we want to talk specifically, but we're talking in generalities. So you don't want to say like this teacher does this, or I didn't like this class because we're not going to go there. That doesn't help. What we want to say is you want to be specific about what you're talking about, but you don't have to be naming names of it. Okay. So the classroom experience, the classroom atmosphere, what makes a positive classroom atmosphere? If you look back on those classes that you really liked, what was it? What was the commonality? You need it.
Getting involved.
What does that mean?
Like the teacher would like include all the students in like some way to like express something.
So what does that look like when all students are involved? I mean, that's a heck of a thing to ask a teacher to do. So how do they do it?
More class activities, like with everyone get like, it wouldn't be necessarily called a group activity, but it's like, I don't know, some way of like having more people be participating in the class.
Do you have a specific example?
Not exactly.
You do?
So one of my teachers, she brought the attention the use of Padlet online, which is kind of like a forum. So she asks a question and she gives a link, and so we can use that link on our laptops, on the iPads that we're given, on our phones even, and we can voice our opinions on what question she has, and it shows up onto the projector that she projects in front of the room, and so everyone can see everyone's opinions, and it's a good way to get involved because it's interactive. A lot more people want to join.
I think another really important thing all classrooms should be doing is hands-on activities instead of having like PowerPoint presentations and just writing things down. Because kids, and myself included, like to like zone out because it's just so boring. So I think if we have more hands-on activities, things that like really engage the students or interesting and we actually know things and learn things.
Sorry about that. So, hands-on activities. What do those look like?
Well,
like, be specific about your examples without being specific about people, right?
Yeah, for example, like science. Last year, the science classes were able to do like we got a pig and started like, dissecting, where some other classes use the computers to do stuff, and that wasn't like as much as fun as it would have been if you had an actual thing to dissect. And when it came to chemistry unit, they did experiments with chemicals, whereas it was also online, or like there was no actual hands-on activities.
So, and this is a theme that's been, we did the grade 12s on Monday, the grade 11s on Tuesday. The common theme about it is more of these hands-on activities, stuff that we're doing. And you mentioned science. Everybody seems to mention science. Everybody seems to mention, they mention art, the ones that are very obvious, right? Art, drama, the tech, all those things. What about some of those classes that you wouldn't think traditionally offer that as much, or make it as easy to do that? Is there examples of how you could do that, say, in a math class, or in a English class, or in a history class, or something?
Well, my teacher, let me say her name, but like, can I hear her?
Sure.
So Miss Crowley, she does an excellent job keeping her students active because when they're doing a diagram, she uses us as students as the diagrams, so she'll make us use our hands and stand so we can actually visualize the triangles or whatever we're doing. And like as reward, she'll give us treats. So like I don't know.
So treats are always good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
So like I know like not all teachers are gonna go out and buy treats for them, but I think using the students to do the diagrams and use the students as examples would really help. And like it does keep us all interested and like it really does help us.
Oh.
And also, talking about current events, like even despite like the topic, the class that's being taught, like talking about like things that go on around the world and our city right now gets the students like discuss about something unrelated, and then after this having this like good conversation discussion about something that we all share knowledge about, and then we can just gradually get into the lesson and we are like focused.
So, and that I think we can segue to another part and come back. But you talked about current events and about things that are really happening in the world. And I think you said no matter what we're doing in class to start to talk about that. So you're saying, I think sometimes teachers will say, okay, we were supposed to do this today, but let's talk about this that happened in the news. And whether it be, the earthquake in Nepal, or whether it be something that's happening here, an election that's going on or something. How often do you see the stuff you're doing in class relating to your actual life? Not the life you're going to have when you go to university, or when you graduate from university, and when you have kids. How much stuff do you see that in class that you're saying, this relates to me right now?
Like for example, I said this in class. Well, like in math, we were talking about we were learning how to compounding interest and annuities, and I just like opened a bank account, and I like using that knowledge, I am able to like try to figure out how I'm going to save my money, because I'm trying to save my money, and how much I'm supposed to put in every single month with the interest that's given to me by the bank. So that really helped me like figure that part of my life.
That's excellent. That's an excellent example. Does anybody else have examples of stuff that they could say points to their life right now?
If I were to travel to, if I were to visit Montreal, I would be able to understand some of the language there because of what is being taught in French, and I can understand different media if it uses different kinds of language.
So that's a good point, right? French is a practical thing, especially now. The new French curriculum is talking more about conversational French and about more than the written stuff. So that makes sense for sure. But you said if I was to travel to Montreal, right? So we used to say if I was to actually do something with it, then I would be doing something with it, right?
It becomes in him.
Yeah. And we are in Canada. That does make sense, right? We should be doing that. Over here.
I think that the personal fitness courses and the gym courses help us like get on track in terms of our health, and it helps us not